I do not like football. Ever since I was a kid, this fact was known to me. I don't know if it's because of the people I've played with and the fact that they bullied me, or if it's my mentality towards kicking a ball into a net, or just the sport itself. But I've always been a kid to sigh at all of the kids screaming, "Let's play soccer!" I didn't want to, I didn't know how to, it was always a frustrating time to get through playing it. If I would have to give a modern equivalent to how playing soccer felt like, I would have to say Dead by Daylight. But I like action games and I like beating people up, and I really liked Sifu. It was such a small but in my mind perfectly executed game where every death feels deserved, like you could have done something better. The entire death equals getting older system feels really fresh and cool. It was the game to put Slow Clap on the map up for me and for everyone else. So when I saw this, I shat my pants, like what game will they do next? Oh my god, bruh. Are you fucking kidding? Y'all mean to tell me that the people who made the most badass, most grey-haired, bitch-ass beat-em-up type beat are making a soccer game? When I already knew that these guys are the goats of animation, I would know it. I watched so many Sifu beat-em-up compilations. Even though at this point I'm really hating football, after watching the trailer and seeing how it's a third-person multiplayer and seeing how their first game knocked it out of the park, I at least had to have an eye on the project. So I've had my eyes on the project right up till the point of open beta, when I've had the opportunity to play Rematch. And I really fucking liked it. Liking football has nothing to do with this game. If you're so repulsed by the thought of playing a soccer game, just imagine that it's made up. It doesn't exist. Alright, so what exactly is Rematch? Rematch is a multiplayer football action game. I don't think I need to explain the rules of football, cause hello, it's football, but it's good to know that it's a really street type of football. It's streamlined so there's no stops in the game. You shatter some dude's ankle by running through it, it's their fucking fault for being in front of your ball, dude. There's no player stats, there's no nothing like opening a Ronaldo with stupid ass unreadable stats like 86 DRI and 83 puck. It's only 2 puck, idiot. And most importantly, for what I imagine a lot of people, you only control one player in the game, so you gotta work with the team to succeed. This was honestly the reason I decided to give the game a go. Whenever I was watching FIFA, I always thought to myself, damn, wouldn't it be cool if there was 11 real players who would have to work together? I'll talk later about how this working together is working out for the player base, but for now, what you need to know is that there's 3v3s, 4v4s and 5v5s, and I think that 5v5s are great for a game like this. It's streamlined enough that you always have some kind of agency of the ball, so your enemies will have to account for you. If there was more than 5v5s, I'm not sure it would be the case, so yeah, 5v5s a cool number of players. What was not so cool for me in this game was the fact that it's about football. As I've said in the beginning, honestly, internalizing that this is not reality was the way to get me fully invested in the game. Cause hear me out on this one, I've got 900 hours on For Honor, right? And it's a game about Vikings and knights and samurai just absolutely massacring each other, like beheading types. And I don't condone that in real life either. If I'm able to get addicted to a game that's about gutting someone who wants to gut me, I'm for sure gonna be able to get addicted to a game that's about putting some ball into a net. I'm not kidding, this realization is what was able to get me into the game. And how did that buying of the game go for me, you ask? Well, why don't we go ahead and ask myself in the game? Hey, yeah, I'll be on the pitch right now, it's going fucking awesome. I'm hitting the musty flicks and shit, it's awesome. Oh yeah, speaking of musty flicks, why not talk about mechanics? Hey, please hit a musty flick on the subscribe button. This is what my analytics look like. There's a lot of people not subscribed. I'm so sorry for saying the S word. Let's go talk about mechanics. I've name dropped For Honor before, so I'm gonna stick with that to make explaining the game's mechanics better. Now in For Honor, there's a lot of characters that all have their own different combos, but everyone has this base kit. Like everyone has a light attack, a heavy attack, everyone can dash, everyone can parry and so on. Now in Rematch, everyone only has this base kit, but you can string stuff into each other, and you also have the power to string stuff into your teammates' combos, and that's the part that excites me, cause sure, I might bait the goalkeeper to jump out for the ball only to do him dirty, but to bait out the entire team through passing in all kinda insane angles with my entire team, it's a whole other thing. The entire team feels like master manipulators of the ball, enemies fucking dance as they command. With mechanical depth at this point, this game feels like a true 3D cooperative fighting game. And those are some big words, cause we all know how fighting games look normally. There's no 3D, no cooperative in that bitch. And there are some huge benefits with making a game like this, like you can play with other people, dude. But there's also some backdraws about this, mainly that there's other people. Listen, at the time of writing this, the game's been out for a week. I'm sure people are gonna learn how to play eventually. But right now, dude, I'm just gonna show you some examples of my own goals that I managed to get. I've screenshotted here a lot of them, and there's a reoccurring theme in all of them. The people around me look fucking idiotic. The goalkeeper just ran out the goal. He was tasked with keeping the goal. This guy's over here cutting grass. This right here is the enemy team's last line of defense. I'm just hitting this shit across the map because there's no goalkeeper again. And this isn't saying a word about how people run with their ball. There's been so many instances of me hitting a perfect pass only for my teammate to completely fumble the takedown. There hasn't been a word about where people are shooting the ball, because one thing's for sure, it's not at the goal. All of this might make it seem like I'm complaining about these guys. That's entirely not the case. Please be shit in this game. People being absolute ass is some of the funniest stuff I've seen in a long time, and people include my own friends too, cause while playing solo is already super fun, when you factor in the bro chachos, it starts getting truly special. Like when I was only playing by myself, I already knew that this is an extremely cool game, and it's something that I would be playing by myself when there's no one up to play with me. But when I realized what it's like with friends, it felt special. I've never experienced anything like it in any competitive game. This feeling that you can be competitive as hell and get that competitive high when you perform well, but also get that fucking around with friends, no bad feelings feeling in the same match. It makes you incredibly addicted because you can see yourself get better and pull off better combos, and you can scream "Gah!" at the top of your lungs while also fully removing the frustration factor, because if you guys suck ass, you guys suck ass, and it's incredibly funny. If I see my homeboy cutting grass and that's how a goal gets in, I'm fucking dead. I don't know if it's so funny because it's so easy to see the faults, but something about it makes it seem like every mistake is the fumble of the century. And talking about how stuff looks like, listen, I know that this isn't my greatest work on pushing the video forward, but you gotta forgive. I know that if the game was not made by the Sifu developers, I would not have wanted to play with it in the first place, cause no one does it like the Sifu devs. No one has this slickness and this feeling that you're the most athletic person of all time, easily pulling off all kinds of anime shit. Like, when are people busting this move out in a regular football match? The answer is either never or in anime, and it turns out that when you're making a football game, not just for football fans, this exaggeration is the shit. I'd honestly like it even more if they would go extra crazy with their upcoming game modes. Make it a full-on goal celebration FX type beat. Have a guy get on fire. Beat a T-Rex down. Fucking solo Goku. What I'm trying to get to is that the game's animations being so fluid heavily contributes to the feeling of coolness. It organically makes gameplay look like a pre-curated cutscene, which to me was only seen before in Battlefield and Helldivers. And the art direction helps these animations massively massively. With everything being cleanly readable, it not only makes every movement counterable, it helps those high intensity what the fuck moments be clear to every player and person watching that someone just ripped serious ass. I don't think that's how ripping serious ass is used, but you get what I mean. Basically, while this clean slate type of art style could be seen as boring to some people, me included, I much prefer grimy things. This game benefits so much by the way it looks, and honestly, it looks great. And as I've said before, it feels great too. It feels like a game I've been searching for. A cooperative, hype, competitive, and at the same time casual game for me and my friends. I didn't know a game like this would also be about a sport that I have horrible memories with, but hey, it is. As for some closing thoughts, I wanna do a segment about my wish list. First of all, fix your servers, dude. I know Slowclap's a small company, it has like 100 people working there, and it's their first live service game, and every day tens of thousands of people are playing this game. But still, like, come on, dude, I'm trying to be cool in front of my friends, only for you to fucking kick me from the game and be unable to join back. And the boss sometimes just decides to go away. Moving on to actually adding things, I really wanna see local co-op, man. It's such a dead type of game, this kinda getting fucked up in front of the TV, playing Golem on the PlayStation 5 and hitting nasty shots type of game. I wanna have 4 copies, 4 computers and 4 controllers just to play the game, dude. Why we're not playing with friends? I know I talked about how good it is that the game is streamlined to 5 people so that you always have some say about the ball. With that said, I think that trying out an 11 versus 11 mode with a realistic football stadium sized map would be fucking awesome. You would actually need positions to be in, and it would be a much more strategic game, which is kinda against its streamlined nature, but I don't care, okay? This is my video and I think it would be fun, and I think if I would ask SpongeBob about this, he would become the end at the end of fun. So shut the fuck up. If they would add NPCs, local co-op, and a way to play without internet connection, I think this game will make it to the grades of multiplayer party games, cause it has the potential to get there. Even after the servers was shut down eventually, me and my friends would boot this shit up and scream in front of the TV for a bit. Just like how our dads do, only this time we are the football players and we do the hype ass shit. Slowclap, please make this game be able to carry on the legacy of some of our alcoholic dads. Yes, I'm glazing, yes, the game might not be as objectively good as I make it out to be, but god damn is it surprising to me that this game was able to make me like a sport as stupid as football. Okay, that was everything I've had to say today. If you liked what I've had to say, consider a like or a subscribe or whatever, and if you'd like me to make more of this, tell me what should I do a video on in the comments below. But for now, I'm gonna go now, see y'all hopefully soon, love y'all, and bye bye.